Right, Coach, if we can start with an opening statement from you.
Yeah, sure. Let's just say when the selection show came on and Whitewater popped up, the room erupted. And I knew then that we had the right mindset. And I personally, in my mind, people always kind of asking me who you want to play. And I said I would like to play Whitewater or Mount Union. Why? Because they're the pinnacle of D3 football. And if you're going to make a statement and you want to be that team, listen, we want to be Whitewater. I mean, they are the program of D3 football. And who better to play in the first round? If we would have gotten somebody else and won that game today, without saying any other team, I mean anybody other than Whitewater or Mount Union, it'd have been a great win in AU history, no question about it. We've never won a playoff game, ever, until today, okay? But to do it against the pinnacle, the best, listen, I'm a David and Goliath kind of guy. My whole life has been David and Goliath, okay? And I want to coach guys just like these three here and this whole team that have that same mentality. David versus Goliath, and that's what it was today. It was David versus Goliath. I am one to say I love character, and what Coach Lance and Coach Bullis has done, Leopold and those guys have done here is exactly what we want to be. And they're high character men. That was the first time I met them. I've talked to them on the phone before, and through email exchanges before. Extremely professional. Runs a great program. And so for us, listen, coaches don't win football games, players do. These three here played unbelievable. And I'll let them talk from here.
Did you think you were going to have this much success against Whitewater? I mean, blew them up.
Yeah, we were confident in our game plan going in. I think, like Coach said, everyone was so excited on Sunday at the selection show. Just, we've got a great coaching staff that put in hours, and we had athletes that put in hours on film or the game plan, whatever it was, to prepare. And I just think we focused so much on preparing and then sticking to our game plan that things, we were successful. We've got the athletes that can make big plays, and so everything came together.
I think our main focus is just being patient. We were going to execute regardless, whether it was through the pass or through the run. So just primarily focusing on what you can do for your team. So that's really what I was focusing on. And as a whole, just focusing on patience.
They never really stopped you, did they? Running. I mean, not.
So say.
What was it? 9 out of 16 third down, or they didn't even run that. Now, third down, you guys were just proficient.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I told them all week. Typically, you would say the number one stat in wins and losses, especially playoffs, is turnover ratio, and it's still. I mean, it always will be. I told them today's biggest stat will be third down. And I said, we have got to have a tremendous third down package today, because if we can keep the ball and keep them off the field, I said that is going to be our ticket to win this football game. And I don't even know what the stats were, but you're telling me it was pretty good. Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, and then you hit the fourth down, 10 out of 16.
Yeah. So, that's where we want to be.
Cam, can you talk about how you guys were able to get by a lot of Whitewater defenders and get a lot of big plays? It's something that the Whitewater defense really prided themselves on, not giving up those big explosive plays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we've been working on it all year long, just the route running, the timing, the quarterback Swanee, and I think that it's just all the receivers on our team are a threat, so they don't know who's going to get the touchdown, they don't know who's going to come open, so everybody running, everybody's alert, and I think that's why we get so much success, because it really doesn't matter who gets a touchdown for us. It happened to be me today, Trey, got Jacoby in there, but I mean, it's just about the win. That's all we care about.
It's about trust too. We all trust each other. We all believe in each other, and that was the main thing going into this game, was just believe. So that's the primary thing we focused on.
Jaquay, I'm hearing that the win is more important than records, but you became the single season rushing leader today. Congratulations, I don't know if you know that yet. Can you talk a little bit about not only the game, but your season so far?
This season I really wasn't worried about rushing yards. My main objective is just to provide for the team as much as possible. And that's what I did. So every year, well not every year, but every game I was primarily focusing on just trying to put up some stats as far as just drawing in the linebackers and DNs and everything like that, just to get the wide receivers open, and that's what we did. So.
And he runs behind a very good offensive line.
Yeah, I got the best O-line in the nation. In the nation.
I asked Whitewater people about the win. They said it wasn't really that much of an effect, but the third quarter seemed you were pinned down in your end until like you hit the big pass play, 74 yards. Did you feel that the win had that much an effect today or not?
If you're asking me, no.
Okay.
Here's the thing, when, you guys remember Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe had huge hands. Swanee has huge hands. Guys that can spin it, wind doesn't affect. I saw Drew Bledsoe throw it into a 30 mile an hour, 40 mile wind, and threw it 60 miles an hour, or 60 yards into the wind. And Swanee can spin it, so wind's not affect. I actually was a little bit more worried when they shook the bottle and then they turned it upside down and all the snow came and it felt like I was in the bottle.
Yeah,
I was like, I couldn't even see, there were so many snowflakes, and I was worried they wouldn't be able to see the ball. It was snowing so bad at times. I felt like it was in Buffalo. But with that being said, the wind was not
No, it
affected.
was not, okay.
You talked a little bit about you having such great O-line, and we hear a lot about how good the WIAC is, how physical the WIAC is. That earlier this year when we played Mary Hardin Banner, they were saying those are the two most physical teams. Can you talk about how hard it was to run up front against those kids?
I wouldn't say it was hard to run. I would just say it was hard to find holes, but I have a huge O-line, and I'm pretty short, so I can hide behind my O-line and kind of just twiddle around for a little bit and then find a little hole. So that's what I was trying to focus on, really, was just staying inside. My coaches were telling me to stay inside. Don't really bounce it out, just make sure we're getting those, the short yardages. So that's what I was just trying to do.
Good win. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.